Welcome to the 𝗙𝗂𝗿 𝗙𝗶𝗿 channel. I'm your host, Melissa O'Connor. I'm a Florida-based elder law attorney who does estate planning focusing on long-term care needs, commonly referred to as Medicaid planning, and I do probate, and I do it well. Today I wanted to talk to you about when is it time for assisted care. But before I do, I wanted to invite you to schedule a free strategy session with me at eldermeeting.com. So many times I receive calls from either clients' adult children or family members, or even potential clients will call me with concerns about their parent or their loved one, and they need to make the hard call as to when do we need to bring in assisted care, or when should we be looking to transition to more of an assisted living or a memory care type setting. Those conversations are always really hard, particularly because nobody wants to lose their independence. And it is a personal family sort of decision, right, as to when it's time, when it's appropriate, and what should you do next. It depends on finances and a bunch of different factors. But many times I advise people that have expressed concerns about the safety of their loved one, about them being forgetful and different things happening, whether it's they get lost or they are afraid that they start a small little kitchen fire, things of that nature. I encourage people to set up video type cameras in their loved one's home. You can let them know that you're doing this, obviously, but that might help ease your concerns as to whether or not there's danger in the home, and you can also pay attention to who's coming and going within the home if you thought that they're going to be easily taken advantage of by strangers that come to the doors trying to sell them things. That's always very helpful with assessing when it's time. And then you have to also take into account, have there been any sort of recent traffic accidents? Maybe driving privileges should be suspended at this time. Have there been kitchen fires, or do they have burns from trying to cook? Have improper things melted in the microwave? Those sorts of things. And then you can determine whether or not what time of day might be their sundowning time, and if you can either have loved ones come into the home during that time so that way they're not alone, or if you can afford caregivers to come in, or if you should be looking into Medicaid to be able, for community-based care, to send caregivers into the home to be able to make sure that the loved one can maximize their independence and stay at home as long as possible safely. And if that just is inadequate, then one can explore assisted living or memory care, depending on one's needs. There, you know that your loved one should be very safe. There'll be structured activities and things that will make sure that that they aren't bored and are maximizing use of their mind, right? Because particularly if you are experiencing cognitive decline, it's really important that we stay engaged, right? And that we don't just be TV zombies and that sort of thing. But it's a really hard call, and there's no right or wrong answer. It's unique for every single family. And I just encourage people to use their best judgment, use all the tools that are available to you through technology to keep people safe. And at the end of the day, you have to make a decision that you think is best. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If it has, I ask that you like and share with others. And as always, you can schedule a free strategy session with me at eldermeeting.com. Thanks for joining me.